Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we give you a glimpse into some of our Troy Chamber members as they share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by my lovely co-host and Vice President of the Chamber, Sheila Denstead.
Hi everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So Sheila, we have a very fun guest today, one of my favorite people.
Oh, yes, we do. Keep your hands in the car at all times.
That's the truth. This will be a fun one.
Today we're meeting with Dean Austin. Dean is the president and CEO of Austin Benefits Group, where culture reigns supreme. Proudly serving as the official benefits provider of the Detroit Lions, wahoo, and the Detroit Tigers radio network.
Wahoo!
Dean believes that the right benefits company should partner with your HR team to support and service their total benefits administration with the Austin Advantage, which I hope we're going to learn about. His leadership fosters an environment where creativity flourishes, empowering his team to redefine industry standards and surpass client expectations. Under Dean's guidance, Austin Benefits Group equips corporations, mid-size, and small businesses with the necessary tools they need to achieve massive wins. Dean, are you ready?
Massive wins.
Massive.
Massive.
And keep your hands in the car.
So Dean, just to get things started, you started Austin Benefits Group. What brought you to this career path? I mean, you're such a delightful human being, and I love the fact that we all have these different ways and paths. I am. It's fine. It's fine. But tell us how you chose this career path and how it got started.
First, thank you for having me here.
Of course.
It's such a pleasure seeing you both. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you for
So what brought me here? What a question.
I know.
The question is how far back? So, no, I mean, what brought me to this place that I'm at is, I grew up in Massachusetts in a small little town, and then I went from there and I moved to Michigan, and I started working for an insurance carrier. So I was an insurance rep. So I'd actually call on people like me in the insurance industry, and that was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. But one of the things that I learned is that there was a big gap between, what certain brokers were providing to their clients, and, some were doing it properly and some weren't doing it as well as others. So I found a big gap in there, and that's why I started Austin Benefits Group, to really do a great job for our customers and really fulfill that gap between the services that they were actually receiving from the marketplace to what Austin Benefits does today. The Austin Advantage.
Well, it's interesting too, because like you said, you started off cold calling and doing those things. So you got to really spend the time listening to what people were missing, and you found a way to fill that void.
I know. It was hard. I started Austin Benefits with a pen, a phone, and one of those giant laptop computers back in 2000.
The 25-pounders?
Oh, yeah.
Those things are a beast.
You need a crane to move it around. But no, it has been quite a journey. So I feel blessed and grateful for our clients, for our team that makes it all happen. Yeah. So very blessed.
All right. So I want you to think back. I want you to think about things you've learned throughout your life, some of the greatest lessons that you've learned. Share them with our listeners. Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, drum roll. I think it's... the biggest thing, I think, is committing to your business and committing to the people that you do business with, and making certain whatever services you're providing to them, that you're committed by whatever the challenges, whether big, small, hard, easy, whatever it is. I think you have to commit to the business, and you have to share your vibrance with other people, and you lead by example. And I think that so many things are important in those traits by leading by example. Because I could spend the rest of this, interview or podcast, whatever you want to call it, talking about and listing it out. But I think that's really, what it takes. And it's you're leading by example, between hard work, solving problems, and doing things and making it fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody's human. Everybody has problems, but people share their expertise and experience to be able to solve those.
Well, and I guess my question to you is this. We know how much energy you have. Like I very rarely can I find someone who can match it. So I'm all about this. But you said share your vibrance. How do you share your vibrance? See, I asked the tough one.
Yeah, because it's not complicated, but I want to choose my words carefully to be able to do it. Because I always say to my kids, to our coworkers, the sun is shining somewhere. You just have to look in the right place. And I think that is kind of my mantra, that how I share my vibrance is I always look for the sun that's shining because it's always there. You just need to look in the right place.
How do you do that? And I love that. I absolutely,
that.
I know, I absolutely love that.
Yeah, I mean.
How do you share with your clients during the trying times, like the 2009s, 2010s, or how do you keep them going?
Yeah.
It was, for that time, for those of you that were in business, that was a crazy time and you had to search pretty hard. But when you think about time of adversity like that, people are searching for the sun. People searching for the bright spot, even though there might not be one. But I feel an obligation to make sure that I show people what that sun is. So to 2008 and 2009, what a tragedy some of the businesses went through. It made us stronger. You look at the positive side, it made us strong. And we figured out a way forward and we figured out a way through. And many of us did, but some didn't. But the some that didn't, they're back better, stronger than ever because they started a new business. They went to work for another company to be able to do it. But we really worked our tails off to help businesses through, to cut costs, to make sure that they attracted the right employees, retain their employees, help them and support them in their business models during tough times. Over the last 10 years or so, the benefit cycle and the employment cycle has been fairly positive.
Yeah.
So, however difficult for businesses to recruit people, but, it still has been a very positive economic environment for most businesses and most of the economy. But shining that vibrance through, who doesn't like a smile, right?
As we're smiling this whole time.
But really, ladies, some of that, insurance can be really boring until you need it. But you should shine the light on a very difficult topic as companies struggle balancing their benefit package to their costs and their bottom line. Because it's tough decisions that businesses have to make with their employee cost share. How much do I pay? How much do they pay? What do our plans look like? What do our deductibles look like? So it's very challenging for businesses to do that, and it depends on the industry as well.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good time to take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. With the addition of Trion, our general managers don't have to spend hours doing paperwork and putting people in our system. All that's done by Trion now, so they can work on what they are there to do, take care of our customers. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Dean Austin from Austin Benefits Group. So, Dean, I know you, and I know the fact that you love to make the world a better place.
I do.
So, what is your why in making this world better?
Well, I think that it goes in two parts. First, from a professional perspective, the whys are serving our client, to challenge our team to make sure they're delivering their very best to our client every day, and their employees particularly. So the way that we've designed the company is to make certain that we're doing all of their benefit administration. So we don't just do the hard things, we do the easy things and the hard things together. Most brokers in our marketplace, they're not doing all the administration. They're not providing a complete service to their customers. So that's one of the reasons why we're delivering the Austin Advantage to our customers and prospective, because anybody listening to this can really become an Austin Benefits client if you'd like to, and we'd really enjoy that. But we're different in that way. And so that's one. And two, because we've been such a successful business, because we've had such a great following, it's about giving back to the community. Because the community has allowed us to be successful as a company. And I feel a strong obligation to give back. And each of you know that I've been a very charitable guy,
Yes.
And all the rest. And I don't wear that with this big badge of honor. I feel a responsibility for it because I've been blessed. I've been blessed to have a successful business. And if I can help somebody else that needs help, my hand is out and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to help them achieve whatever their dream is, whatever they want to accomplish.
Well, and Dean, I have to give you a little bit of credit in something. So you and I had a meeting, and this was a few months back, and
I remember.
it was the funniest meeting I've ever been a part of because it's ironic because you talk about the why and how you want to give back. You sat down with me and said, well, what can I do to help you? Very rarely in our positions do we get people who say, what can I do to help you? It's more like, here are all the things we need as a business. Can you help us? And that's what we're used to hearing. So we're like, oh, here's what we do. You came and said, what can we do to help you? And I literally couldn't say anything because I don't think anyone's ever asked that. And I appreciate your kindness because I see that as you're talking to the community, as you're at events and saying, oh, I'm inspired by that. We should donate to that. Like, I just find you to be a wonderful human.
Well, thank you. I find you to be a wonderful human as well.
Which is probably
and the things both
help.
you and Sheila and the chamber offers to our community at large and the business community, and all the rest. I don't know, maybe it's my dad's, in the way that I was brought up, but everybody has something to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does. And our world today is such a complicated place. And there's a lot of things that going on. And I wish that for me, and I only speak for me, I like to take a step back. Because during that meeting that we had, we learned a lot about each other.
Mm-hmm.
We learned a lot about our businesses, about our people, about, what makes us go. And I truly believe that everybody that walks the earth has a lot to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And we can all learn something from someone. But you just need to be patient enough to ask.
Mm-hmm. And open enough to listen.
To actually listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sometimes listening is a problem for many of us. And I think that, we should put some emphasis and focus on just taking a moment and listening, and then getting this back to a business perspective. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're helping businesses. We're listening to them. We're not just driving and saying, some of these national companies now, because there's been a lot of consolidation in our business. Some of these national companies are just jamming the national thoughts, down versus us. We're a small business provider. And to actually ask the business owner, how did you get here? Like you're asking me.
Mm-hmm.
They have a story. They have, a great story to tell about their success, but I'm there to complement it. Austin Benefits is there to complement their success and help them deliver the results that they want to deliver, not what a benefits broker wants to deliver, right? So I think listening is a big part of it, and I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
So you're talking about listening. You have some great insights that you've learned because you have listened, especially as it pertains to business. How do you instill that in your team?
I think I go back to leading by example, and many times they have, a lot of, like anybody, people have personal lives. It's not just all business. You have to make sure that you have the right balance, between, and the work-life balance between home and at the office. We are an in-person company. We don't have, we have a couple hybrid employees, but I hired them that way. But all of our employees are in person. So the collaboration that happens, you just can't replace that. And I know that I probably missed some really good people to hire to accomplish that. But, the collaboration that happens to be able to do that. So I'm leading the team, but the team is inspiring themselves. They're challenging each other. They're helping each other. They're mentoring each other to solve our client problems. And that is invigorating. That's infectious, right? You walk in our office, and both of you have been there, and it's infectious. You can feel it. And it's really a unique place. But our clients allow us to do it. And that's
key.
That's where we're getting it all. We're not putting ourselves first. It's our client. So we're working hard to be able to do that. But I think that's the inspiration. And it's challenging because people make mistakes. And Austin Benefits is going to make a mistake. But the key is what you do next that counts.
I love it. So, Dean, what is your vision for the future of Austin Benefits Group? See, I asked the tough one.
Wow.
Right?
Over the last few months, I've made a conscious decision that we're really going to grow and expand the business. And I want to bring Austin Benefits to a legacy company, not just a small business, something that is bigger than me, is larger than life, that is helping businesses solve their issues as it relates to the high cost of health insurance, recruiting, attracting the employees that they need to carry out their mission in business. So I've invested a lot and will continue to do so, not just in the Detroit Lions, brands, right?
Nothing wrong with supporting them.
And
I'll
and
give
of
that.
course our Tigers, we always love our Tigers to be able to do that. And we're working with Odyssey. We're working with 97 Won the Ticket. So we hired an amazing chief marketing officer recently, Natalie, which she's leading the charge and my vision of us marketing, getting the word out.
We love her.
Absolutely.
She's done a fantastic job for us.
She sure has.
And as well as the rest of our team has as well with their individual leadership and their ability. But my vision is now to spread the word because I know we have the right solution. And in the past, what have I done wrong? I don't think I've marketed my company well enough. And I had this epiphany and it woke me up in the middle of the night, like many of us and business owners. You have things that just wake you up, and that was it. And I just decided I'm going to put my foot on the gas because in this market, a lot of companies need our help.
Yeah.
And we're going to let them know what we do, how we do it, and we look forward to the opportunity to be able to, solve their issues and challenges and help their employees be inspired to come to work for them every day too.
Love it.
So I just don't even know what to say at this moment. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see what the future brings for you. If you could leave our listeners with a nugget, something they can take back after they hear this podcast and implement into their businesses right now, what would that be?
I think be committed to what you're doing, whatever that is. Whatever your goal and objective, be intentional with that. Whatever that is to grow your business or inspire another individual in your office to be their very best. And I think it's just a commitment. And I think it's staying focused with that commitment and broadening it and show people where that sunshine is because it's out there.
It is
You
out
just
there.
have to look in the right place.
We just need you in the room all the time.
I love it. I love it.
Right?
Well, Dean, thank you so much for joining us. I know I will be looking past the clouds for the sunshine and thinking of you every time, but we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being our guest today. Guys, that's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. For more information on joining the Chamber or for upcoming events, go to troychamber.com. Thanks again and have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.